Let's understand the time intelligence functions in Power BI. These time intelligence functions ensures that we are able to calculate the data using certain time periods. For example, we can use the month to date time period, we can use the year to date time period, and also we can get to know the data between certain dates. So let's go to our Power BI live environment and see how these work. So this is our Power BI environment, and inside that we are having our revenue here. Now let's calculate our YTD revenue based upon certain data points. So we go to our measures table, we go to our new measure, and inside that let's go and write a measure of YTD revenue. And for that, what we can do, we can use the calculate function, and inside that we need to get our revenue first, and for filter we need to get the YTD revenue, right? So for that we can go and select our date function, which is our dates YTD, and the dates needs to be selected from our calendar I can say table, because it will bring the date from there, and it's asking year and date. So year and date is as you are aware, it's December end. When we do this calculation, you can see YTD revenue is showing here. Let's bring it to here, and now after that let's bring the dates inside our model here so that it's more apparent and visible. Now you can see that on 1st of January 2022 our revenue was $238 and our YTD revenue was 238 itself. On 2nd January it became 268. So the total of both of them is our YTD revenue of 506. Similarly, on the 3rd of January the revenue was 281, and the total of all the three revenues became 787, and this is getting done for all the periods. If I go and show you the year here as well, so let me just bring the years and let's put the year here. 1 second. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's bring the year from here, add a data, and we want to get our year, so let's select that, and we want to show, 1 second, what's the problem? Yeah, this is working fine now. So we selected our year, and let's keep the year above date. Yes. Now if we select 2023, inside this 2023 you can see on the 1st January the sale was 500, so it's showing 500 only, so it's not taking the previous period's sales as a YTD, because year has started on 1st January 2023 itself. So this function is working correctly, and through this function we can calculate dates YTD. Also along with dates YTD, DATESMTD function is available, through which we can calculate these rolling revenues for our purpose, whatever we want. Now let's try to get the rolling revenue, but not for an entire period, but for certain particular days. So we can go and create that as well. So we go to our measures table, and inside our measures let's click on new measure. Inside it let's calculate, one moment please. Yes, so let's write its name as rolling revenue for 10 days. Now this is a rolling revenue for 10 days which will be calculating. So again we use the calculate function. Inside that we'll be using our revenue, and that revenue will be based upon certain dates. So the formula or the function which is used here is dates in period. This dates in period will ensure that we are calculating the dates correctly. So we go to our dates, and this is in our calendar lookup table, and the start date should be we want to show the reverse date. So if today is 10th January, then we want to show the total of revenue from 10th January and going back to 1st January. If today is 11th January, then we want to show the revenue from 11th January going back to 2nd January, because that will be showing a 10 days period. So in that case, what we can do, we can use a max formula, and inside max we can bring the dates. So what we can do is bring the date from calendar lookup table. From here the maximum date would be selected, and after that the number of interval is being asked inside this dates in period function. So we will write it as -10, because we want to calculate this revenue for the previous 10 days, and the interval should be in terms of days because we are calculating it for certain days. So we press enter, and once we do that, you can see that our data points have been created. Let's bring it to our chart view. What happened? Yeah, this is showing in front here. Now let's see for 2024. So if you see that, wait for a second, let's use the 2022 first. Yeah, so inside 2022, the 1st January was having the revenue of 238, and this is showing 238 as well. And till the 10th January, the revenue was in totality 2337, and this is showing as well 2337. However, on the 11th January, the revenue became YTD for 2565, but for previous 10 days it became 2327, which means that this revenue is showing the revenue from 11th January till 2nd January. It's not taking account of 1st January, because this is the rolling revenue number. I hope you understood this, how to use this time intelligence functions for your analysis, and these can be enhanced and used as well in further things. So thank you so much for watching.